I didn't even check if the mic is on. Okay, mic is on. Plot twist. Hey guys, happy 2017. I know this video's pretty late considering I normally put out my New Year's video, usually on the first or close to it. So 2017, here we are, a new year, 2016. So my New Year's resolution for 2016 was to vlog more. And in 2016, I put out a total of 4 videos, which, if you look at it, 2015 I only put out 1 video. So in 2016, my New Year's resolution was to vlog more. I failed horribly. I told myself I would vlog at least once a month. Grand total of videos I put out, published, 4. So I definitely failed pretty hard. I came up pretty short. I shot and edited a whole bunch, but I was always just like, man, I don't like this end product. I don't like it. I think it sucks. I don't want to put it out there. I don't think it's representative of me and what I want to try to do. So I ended up just not putting it out there. I am my own worst critic by far. I get to the editing part, I'm like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, and it never ends up getting online. So 2017, my New Year's resolution is to just fucking wing it. Just put it out there. It doesn't matter if it sucks or not. It's supposed to be a learning process. I mean, fuck, no one ever was good the very first time they ever put something out. So apologize to everyone who's ever been watching me and it's like, man, it's a joke right now. If I promise anything, it's a fucking joke because I don't ever really put it out there. So you'll just have to stick around and see if I do it or not. But with that being said, I do want to take a quick look back at 2016 at some of my favorite things that came out this year. My favorite book by far, not even close, was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Best book I think I've ever read. Honestly, it just spoke to me in so many ways. I loved it. It's a reference, a nerd homage to everything nerd culture from back in the day, and I loved it. Once I started it, I could not put it down. When I did finish it, I was just in awe. I went out and bought a hardback copy of it to go give to my dad because I was like, man, if I love this, I know he's gonna love it. I can't recommend it to enough people. When someone's like, hey, do you have a book recommendation? I'm like, Ready Player One. That's it, that's all you need to know. I've got copies if you want them, and I'll give them to you. It was just that great of a book for me. So definitely by far, best book 2016 for me was Ready Player One. Best movie for 2016? To be honest, I felt it was kind of underwhelming. There wasn't that many movies that came out this year that I was just like, oh my god, I was blown away. Like I had to go see it 4 times over in the theaters. That being said, I do think there was some great movies that came out this year. If I had to pick one for 2016, honestly, I think it's a tie for me between Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and Star Wars Rogue One. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them took me by surprise. I went in expecting like something that was just gonna set up the Harry Potter books. I went in with a closed mind, I think, and that's what may have made the movie a bit better for me, is I was just expecting a setup for Harry Potter. But Fantastic Beasts really got to shine on its own, and it really was a great standalone movie. And it wasn't selfless fan service to setting up the book. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I don't know what you're wasting your time watching this for, go check that out. It was really great. Star Wars Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was excellent. It was so good. Alan Tudyk was probably the best comedic relief, or just the comedic role in that entire movie. It was just great. All of his one-liners amazing. The story itself was amazing. And I thought they did so well at putting snippets in from episode 4 into there. I saw it again in theaters, and then I took my dad to go see it. It was just excellent. I definitely recommend it. Best video game for 2016? You know, again, this was the one where I was kind of torn and kind of lackluster. The game of the year for 2016 was Overwatch, and while I played Overwatch and I think it's a great game, I just don't see it as game of the year. For me, that title holds so much more for like what The Last of Us was. You know, I wouldn't put Overwatch and The Last of Us in the same tier as gameplay quality. That being said, I do think it's a great game. My honorable mention for 2016, or the game I think it should have been, which is drastically underrated and it didn't get enough attention, and I completely blame EA for it, but Titanfall 2 Titanfall 2 was just amazing in my opinion. As far as first-person shooters go, I thought they did it really, really well. Overall gameplay, it only took me about 8 hours to beat the game, but still, those were an enjoyable 8 hours that I got to play. Every single level that you played had its own unique mechanic between time shifting, jetpack wall running, having to operate mechanics and levers. Each level had its own unique mechanic to that level, and I thought that made that really unique and enjoyable, that you had to swap it out every time. The amount of customizations that you can put into your weapons and your mechs, I thought that was really cool. Overall, like the storyline was great. What was good, because I did not play Titanfall 1. So going into Titanfall 2, I had no idea about the storyline, and playing it, I didn't feel left out. I didn't feel like I was missing some great plot details. For picking up a sequel, I thought it was absolutely wonderful. The story was great, I loved it. That was my personal video game pick for 2016. Some of the great ones that came out that I deeply enjoyed was one that was completely unexpected for me was Stardew Valley. And you're gonna laugh when I say this, but it is essentially like a farming simulator, and don't knock it off yet. If you played anything like Harvest Moon, it plays along like that. It's a very enjoyable chill out game. Like, I play it just when I wanted something to kind of just zone out for a while and play and farm and grow my farm. It sounds silly, but trust me, it's definitely worth the pickup on Steam. Anytime Steam is having a sale, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Or if you are, just message me and be like, hey, wasn't my game. I'll be like, man, you're crazy. Best anime for 2016, as you guys know, I'm a giant nerd, a big weeb, if you will. Anime, I watch a lot of it, I love it. And this year, I think for 2016, my favorite anime, I'm kind of torn, again, as the theme of this video, I guess, is, for me, it was a tie between Re:Zero or Erased. Both were excellent, both were wonderful. I recommend you watch both. For me, Re:Zero was just excellent because I loved seeing the main character, the protagonist. A bit of a spoiler for those who haven't yet to see it. Subaru, the main character in Re:Zero, has this unique gift that every time he dies, he resets to about 24 to 48 hours before the incident happened. Kind of like The Edge of Tomorrow, for those who've seen that movie. And it's really unique because he keeps all of his memories, and he keeps the feeling of pain that happened every time he does it. So I definitely think that's one part that Edge of Tomorrow did not do really well, or completely was oblivious to, was every time he died. Every time he saw his friends die, every time he witnessed someone he cared about getting hurt, he woke up with all those memories and feelings. And in the beginning of the anime, he's just this vibrant, lively character. Halfway through the series, you see his mentality just starts to slip, and you see him slowly breaking down. And for me, that was very unique. It was very, it's what drew me into it. I wanted to watch it more and more. So that was pretty cool. Erased had kind of a similar plotline where the main character could go back in time and see the mistakes that he had made to try to solve a crime that ended up in a murder of his friend. So that was really cool too, because that's more of like a murder mystery where you're trying to pick up on clues the entire time. Be like, okay, what did I miss the first time? Now that he's back and now he's trying to figure it out. It was really unique. I loved it. I definitely recommend both. What about you guys? What happened in 2016 for you? 2016 we saw a lot of change in our country, in our lives. Lots of things are changing. But what about you? What did you change the most? Did you follow through with your New Year's resolutions? Did you fall off pretty short like I did? Progress by any means is still progress for me. So even if, I told myself I was going to shoot more videos, hey, I did. 4 may not be a lot, but it's definitely more than I've ever done before, and I want to keep doing that. But I want to know about what you guys, what did you do? Did you stick to lose weight? Did you stick to try something new? Did you, maybe remove yourself from some toxic situations? That's always a good thing. It's always a hard thing to do. I think as I'm getting older, I find that to be one of the harder things to do, is to remove yourself from situations that you just don't want to be in, be it friends, a relationship, anything like that. It's always hard to do. Hopefully moving forward in 2017, I'm not going to promise you guys I need sort of a timeline or consistency, because I fail short. But you guys, there's some of you out there who consistently ask me where the next video is, and I love you for it. It's what keeps me going. It's what keeps me burping, apparently. So 2017 moving forward, hopefully now that I've got school and work, flattened out schedule, I can have more time dedicated to actually trying to do something like this, and whenever I feel inspired to do it. It really is a difference. Some days the day is just beautiful, or some days a friend reaches out and be like, hey man, where's the next vlog? I know you've been saying it for years now, and that's what inspires me to keep moving. So hopefully I'll keep doing it. At least, my goal for this year is at least once a month. Shitty or not, even if it's me talking about something random or stupid, I will post something just so I can keep working and keep working on the editing side. For me, that's a big thing. I want to learn how to do more this year. As always, if you guys have any recommendations for me, be it movies, games, books, whatever, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. I promise you, I will read them, I promise you. I will check them out. Like I said, had it not been for a friend who plastered me for Ready Player One, I would have never read the book. So your recommendations are always important to me. Hopefully, that'll be it for now. And I'll see you guys in February. Bye. Ooh. Smell that, Shadow? Smell of your piss.